What's up, guys? Welcome to Wasted Space, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer with the Goon.
Hello.
Say hey, Sickness. Yeah, there he is.
Ah.
So, off we go. We're pretty sure this is the same save as last time.
Yeah, it probably is. Probably is. We'll be fine. I'm sure no one will notice if it isn't.
And now, a loading bar that stops halfway for me, always.
Yeah, and me. And me. It's because it only loads too fast.
It's like it waited for you to load.
It has. It's waiting for me to load, and then it's
Now
like,
it's
okay,
loading.
now you can load. Well, the dwarves are more important, so I'm not surprised.
Hooray! My turn. Right, what were the boys doing? I think Iron Rock was kind of looking alright, my latest conquest.
Looks like you might have some public order issues.
Yeah, well, it's Orks.
Yeah, they pissy, aren't they?
Provincial instability at the moment is the main deal by the looks of things. I think my army here was kind of building up a bit. Yep. And nothing actually getting built. I've got a decent amount of money, it's just this provincial instability stuff that's the problem, and nowhere can actually build anything. So
You got any armies you can do
do?
anything with?
There is, yeah, we've
What
got
are you after? You're at war with the Red Fangs.
we've got
to the
Teeth
south.
Snatchers and what's this?
And the Scabby Eye.
The Scabby Eye are
you're
kind of
at war with.
fighting right next to me. So I may go and say hello to them.
Might be a good plan.
They're kind of fighting each other over Barag Dawazbag.
Dawazbag? Yeah.
Dawazbag, yes.
I'm quite good friends with the Dwarfs there, just a bit further north. So try
Yeah,
not
the
to-
Barrack Var guys.
Try
yeah,
not to beat
yeah.
them.
I'll leave them alone. I'll leave them alone. The other option is I go down to Red Fang's Valyria Sorrow and start heading south. That might be a better move to begin with.
Yeah, I think you want to be taking the sort of barren wastes or whatever this south area is really called. So, you know, the Orc homeland or whatever. So yeah, maybe that's a good plan.
I think I'm just trying to see if I can get. I can't get far enough. Nearly far enough, in fact, to get into sort of a raiding position unless I go and raid the Scabby Eye. So yeah, I'll just head down this direction. They're gonna lose fightiness if I don't do. Yeah, look, they're unruly or soon to be unruly.
Soon to be unruly. That's not ideal.
The boys getting angry.
Yeah, getting that
any
raiding.
recruitment that I want to do? Perhaps there's only one turn for some Wolf Rider archers, which we have none of.
Ooh,
And
nice.
I really want Wolf Rider archers. So I think that's pretty much sold me on getting some of those. Got a bit more cash as well. We could get some. Oh, well, actually, no, this is going to take 2 turns. No. Don't accidentally right click either. So I think that's it for those guys. These guys are already doing a bunch of recruiting, and I don't think I want to add to it. Maybe 2 turns for the last bunch, which is just a bunch of the Wolf Riders. If I add another one, that's still 2 turns. So yeah, I'll have a couple of Wolf Riders. Leave those guys in place for now, and I think, unless I got some diplomacy to do, that's probably me
classic
done.
Orc diplomacy.
Yeah.
Well
What we're
known.
going to do is we're going to threaten them with choppers until they give us all the money.
Throw in the choppers too. You get the coin. I like it.
The Scabby Eye like me, so it's a good job I didn't go and
Well, yeah, you
so
can.
do the Teeth Snatchers.
Yeah, you
So it's
can.
probably a good idea I didn't go and fight with them.
You could become matey with those guys and eventually sort of amalgamate them into your.
Yes, Scabby
sort
Eye
of
and Teeth Snatchers
faction.
are both doing alright. Teeth Snatchers have only got a non-aggression pact. Let's see what we can get out of them. Nah, they're not down with anything. Scabby Eye, what about you guys? Military access? Sure, I'll take some of that. Yup. And hopefully we can end up either vassalizing them or getting them to join a confederation some point soon. That would be pretty nice, because I've got everything else with those guys now.
I like the vassals. You're getting vassals. They seem quite good.
Vassal seems a good way of doing things.
Like
So-
low effort way
yeah,
of gaining
so
territory.
vassalizing basically means that you take over, like, they become your vassals, so they still exist as a faction and as a race, but they, like, have to pay you tribute, basically, and they have no ability to control their diplomacy at all anymore. That's like, they just do
Yeah.
what you say and they pay you money. But you don't have to worry about it, which is kind of good and kind of bad. It depends. You get really big, like, public order negatives and so on as soon as you start taking on huge bits of territory like that. So it can be a good thing to do.
Yeah,
anyway,
you've got to be ready for it.
That's enough jabbering. I should be jabbering while your turn's going on. Or maybe even you should be jabbering while your turn's going on.
Jabberwocky.
GG.
Right, okay. So I've been having a look during my turn at what I need to do. So I'm going to start off by building up one of my settlements to level 2. I've got a little army sort of slowly but surely building up, but I haven't really got the money to do anything with them. So I'm going to start sending my my main army, with old Grudgebearer, up towards the Orks to the north. Try and take Mount Grumbag and Grom Peak. Which way... Which moves further, march stance or underway?
Yeah, I think
underway moves further, but you've got the risk of obviously being caught out.
Yeah, I think underway is dangerous. I don't think it's worth taking an underway risk when you can't see what the Orcs armies are doing up there.
No, you might be right.
They could have armies. Right. You're not necessarily on a super
I'll
rush.
march my way up there. I get a little bit fatigued, but
you see, look,
they have got an army up there.
It's not a very scary one. To be
Looks
fair.
like they've just had a fight with something. It's
the one that's been running away from you.
Oh yes, of course. Yes, we fought that. That was the one that had Pillars of Grungi, and we sort of chased it back through Squeakhorn and all the way out. Okay, so that's good. Let me just check diplomacy, make sure I haven't got anything to do there. Yeah, I'm good friends with Barak Var. They're my strongest allies at the moment. We're trading and all sorts. And I'm just going to see if they want a military alliance. Oh, they want me to join war against the Teeth Snatchers and the Bloody Hand. Is that good or bad for you? How does that sound?
I can't remember whether it's the... No, it's the Scabby Eye that I have the best relationship with.
Yeah.
Those guys, like, I'm sort of building relationship with them, but it's not really a big deal.
Okay,
like,
well,
Scabby Eye, just don't piss them off, because they look like they potentially will just go vassal or confed.
Well, in which case, I will re-offer that military alliance. And, they were going to offer to pay me to join war against those guys now. But, so let's see if I do that, they'll actually give me a military alliance. Okay, so I can join war against those Orcs, and they'll give me gold and be military allies.
That's quite cool.
So I managed to get quite a lot more out of that deal than...
yeah, I reckon that's worth doing if you haven't already.
I'm small allies, or I'm... Small allies.
Small allies, yeah.
Small allies. I am dwarf, so...
I suppose.
I'm small allies to the Empire, and improving with a couple of other races by the looks of things, but I'm not doing great on the diplomacy side of things. I think most people just dislike me for being friends with the Orcs. I can't see why. You're such a handsome bunch of chaps.
Yeah. And surely it would be Stunty ally.
Yeah, stunt. Right, okay, I'm done. That's your go.
Okay.
Well, it's computer's go.
It's time to see what they get up to and whether they come and smash Iron Rock, for example. That's what I'm mostly concerned about at the moment.
Oh no, they're beating up my allies. That's not good.
The winds of magic have changed, apparently. And I have a population surplus, which is good.
That's what you want.
That means I can build something somewhere. Nice. I can upgrade to a greenskin camp, which provides me better garrison, bit of growth, extra construction slot, and some income. So that's pretty obvious. I can only just afford it, so it's probably going to be that and not much else other than...
Oh no, I see what you I see what you need to do here, John. You need to send your army up, and I'm going to use the paintbrush tool to character on.
Oh yeah, of course I do.
Because you haven't.
I haven't actually got my whole territory yet.
Yeah.
Let's stick them on March then.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that disables recruitment, and if that's going to take a couple of turns, I can recruit as I run.
Yeah, run back to Iron Rock, recruit, and then continue the run up. So you can keep building that army up. I mean, Carrickdron's not particularly strong, but you might as well recruit.
Oh, actually, I can't afford, of course.
Oh, because you just upgraded your town.
I've just upgraded a bunch. What I could do is remove one of the... I'm going to remove some of the stuff from the other army, I think, and get the cash back from that.
Okay.
Because in reality, this army could do with some cavalry.
Could do with something, yeah.
That's one turn. Let's see if I can get 2 units built up here in one turn. That would be perfect. Yeah, I can. So I can get a pair of cavalry done by the next turn. And then we can leave immediately. This army can potentially actually start riding out because it's going to start losing fightiness.
Yeah, ride them out down towards...
And go down and start raiding.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Start earning some money from that.
can't be leaving Orc armies sitting around. They get angry with you.
Yeah, they do. They don't like it at all.
Okay, back to this. So... Oh yeah, the Crooked Moon really liked me as well. Was it the Crooked Moon I was actually doing it with? No, it was. It was the Scabby Eye, but the Crooked Moon quite liked me.
Yeah,
they've only got one settlement, so they're not really... And they're
their
right
settlement,
next to me.
Their settlement is very strong, though.
And it's right next to me.
It's got some level 2 walls, level 2 mine, and level 3 barracks.
They turned down my defensive alliance.
So they're quite strong,
Scabby gobbies.
even with only that one town.
So, I don't have very much money, which is a shame. I was thinking about paying these guys to become a vassal, but maybe that's a bit early. They seem to be doing well for themselves. They've got...
And your chance of getting people to become vassals and sort of it's based on how strong you are. So you have like a strength stat in your in the diplomacy, so how strong as a race you are, and I can imagine you won't have built that number up very high, so...
No, I don't think so.
You need to be sufficiently stronger than the other person for them to...
Well, let's have a look. I'm strength rank 3, and they're strength rank 47.
Oh, okay, so you
So
are...
actually, I'm pretty hard.
Pretty hard in
and
comparison.
they are not at all.
Oh, okay.
But whatever.
Okay.
They just said no.
Fair enough. They just said no. They're
So,
being moody.
Again, I think that's me done. I don't think there's much else going on. I don't have a Goblin Workshop yet, so I can't do anything with that.
No, it takes a little while for you to build a Goblin Workshop, I think.
Yep, that's it. Done.
Cool.
Done.
Okay. The old Winds of Magic change. Ooh. I have been given a runesmith upon completion of his 200 years service as an apprentice to a rune lord. A runesmith has left his master, inquired about the sacred forges in the hold and whether he could have the honour of lighting them again. Very cool. Okay.
What does that do?
That has given me a
Allied
hero, Aldin
Yeah, I can see him.
Mountain Farms, and he's
Looks interesting.
runesmith.
He's just a hero. He
Let's see
has
what sort of...
Runic Protection, Damage Settlement, Assassinate, Block Magic, Runic Seal, and Embed Hero.
Yeah, I'm just looking at his skill tree to see what sort of abilities he gets. It looks like he gets some sort of buffs for the... If you put him in your army, he gets some buffs. There's a single ability here that does damage by the looks of things. But I know dwarves don't get very many spells or magic really at all. They're all runes and hexes, I think. Here's, I don't know what you call the tree at the bottom, the sort of civic tree, if you like. Actually seems quite nice. Public order, growth, bonuses for local province, vampiric reduction in local province. Very nice buffs, but not great at assaulting other enemies, I don't think. I think I'm going to stick my first hero and embed him into one of my armies to begin with. So he can.
Yeah,
just...
why not? He's going to beef an army out quite a lot. Heroes are strong.
Yeah, he'll be a very strong fighter
Looks like,
and
yeah,
buffer,
melee.
and then my next hero can run around and be the assassin. Once I've got that far. Right. Apart from that, I guess I want to recruit a little bit more on this army that's building up. Let's get some Quarreler, a couple of Dwarf warriors there, and continue moving this army up. Thorgrim can carry on running north towards Mount Gumbad.
They're still in the underway stance as well.
They're a very weak army.
Yeah, I think that's simply so they can get the hell away when they need to.
It could be, yeah. I think I'm done now. My diploma is still pretty much... I'm improving nicely with the people I want to be, I think. I'm deteriorating with a couple of the dwarves because of cough cough, a slight interesting alliance I might have chosen. But yeah, let's see what the computer's got to say about our actions.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, we have a fight. Why have they decided to come and fight me? I'm not sure I understand that.
Look, the bloody spears are actually coming out to
They've
you.
come out to fight me in the underway with an army that has maybe 5% chance of winning. I'm just going to auto-resolve that one and smash them to bits. They're in the underway, so their whole army gets destroyed.
Really strange. Why would they do that? Oh well. Goodbye.
I don't know. I don't know. Unless they were trying to move down here, they didn't realise I was here, and they moved down
maybe
here and
you're
I
invisible.
intercepted
That's
in
a
some
good
way.
point.
I'm not sure.
Like
Okay,
maybe if they move through you, you intercept them.
yeah, I think so, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe someone else can shed light on that. I'm going to bolster my treasury a little bit with that win, and that will make taking Mount Gunbad that much easier as well, because there's not going to be an army there anymore.
Cool.
Very nice.
Units recruited. So what to do here? We need to get this army up. It can't move very far towards Caragdron in one go. And they're getting... So let's go into March. That does get us a bit further. And only... Yeah, underway is only a tiny bit better. So I'm going to go March and head off towards Caragdron, because I can't even raid this turn anyway.
Yeah. Well, your South Army, if you move that one down to raid...
Yes,
and then the other one can go to do some conquesting.
How's their army in this place look? Oh, interesting. So he could come out and potentially...
Cause you a bit of hassle.
Be a bit of a pain.
You can recruit while in that raiding stance as the Orks, so you could continue doing a bit of recruiting.
As well, definitely.
Yeah, that's the
raiding camp. Oh yeah, and let's grab. What do we got? This all 2 turns is the only issue.
Yeah, that is a shame. But a couple of turns of raiding. How much money are you making from the raid?
153. Which is
it's not inconsequential. Certainly useful in this early stage of the game.
So let's go for... We've got archers already. Let's grab some riders to go with them.
More cavalry. I like it.
Although, hang on a second, that's global recruitments. They are more expensive as well.
I don't know if they're more expensive. I think they just take longer.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, are they?
Yep.
Oh, okay. The upkeep will be the same, though.
The upkeep's the same, but I think they're more expensive.
The actual purchase cost is much higher, is it?
I don't think it's much higher, but it seems to be noticeably higher. I mean, I haven't recruited in a little while, but... Okay, so these guys are in position ready. There's nothing I can do in my towns particularly. Diplomacy probably continues the same, but let's have a look. Scabby Eye. It is improving. It's improving by a decent chunk each turn as well.
Oh, that's good then.
So, probably won't take long for these guys to be down for some sort of confederation, etc. Crooked Moon. Oh, are now a bit more likely to do a defensive alliance? No, they still say no. Screw you guys.
We'll have to see how that goes then.
Cool, he done.
Because they can be quite a strong ally, I can imagine, to help.
It's just be nice to take because they're right there.
Oh, we have some technology completed. Levy missile warriors, so my quarrelers and thunderers are cheaper. I think I'm going to start moving up the damage and experience. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's where I'm going to go with the tech. Building wise, I haven't really got a lot of money. I'm slightly tempted to save.
You po.
Let's put my runesmith in there. I could move this army down potentially to do a little bit of raiding in Varenka Hills now that my friends don't own that land. So let's try that out. See if we can make a bit more money there.
Do you have...
Oh, I think I moved too far. Ah, bugger it.
You can't go raiding.
Yeah, I moved too far to do the raiding.
Although you've got no attrition for being there, so that's fine.
No, I'll just step back into my land and wait there for next turn and raid then. I am going to recruit another couple of quarrelers, I think, for this army. Yeah. And move my other army up.
Are you ready to take Gunbad?
Not quite. This army appears to have very low movement range.
Yes, the guy on his many dwarfs.
The standard movement range is not great. But he has levelled. From the little fight I had with the Dwarfs, he's levelled up.
A tiny movement range.
So I can give him just more armour. Bit more, melee defence, sorry. Give him a bit more melee defence.
More tanky.
More tanky, yeah. You know, those guys, it seems that having your lord die on you is quite a huge thing in the middle of a battle, so trying to keep him alive as long as possible is the way forward. I'm not making very much money at the moment.
Even though you've got gemstones in your main place?
I've got gemstones and a trinket maker, so 2 buildings that...
okay.
But I did lose a trading ally. I can't trade with Barak Var anymore, I don't think, because I'm cut off from them. The Bloody Hand took the land to the west of my main base, and yeah.
You got a bit of public order issue as well in your main area. It's just not going up.
I do indeed.
It's like it's just stuck at -24 on all of the places by the looks of things.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Well, I mean, it means it's level. It means one tiny bit of influence,
Well,
and
in
it'll
which
start
case
raising.
I will actually change my commandment in that area to public order so that can start building back up again.
Yeah, that'll bring them up.
At least give me a positive in that. Cool. Let's see what the computer has to say.
Nothing useful so far.
Nope, all of those people are not interested in what we've got to do. Oh,
hang on.
Okay.
They're coming out to you.
I had a bit of a mistake. Do I want to fight this? That's the question.
How bad is it? I can't see.
We've got 4 squads of... I'm running with a Lord, my new Runesmith, and 4 squads of Dwarf Warriors, 2 squads of Quarrelers. And they have 3 squads of Boys, 4 squads of Goblins, and a Goblin Doomdiver Catapult, plus their Lord.
The catapult's a bit of a pain. Otherwise, the Gobbos will break really easily.
I think, yeah... I'm tempted to try the retreat, to be honest, and see if I can fall back to
You're going to go
range
backwards
of...
into your own territory, blatantly.
Yeah.
So
Let's try that, see if they chase, and if they do, Mount Gunbad shit. No, they've decided not to, because they would have had to have fought my garrison army as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
because you're close enough.
Yeah. I didn't want to risk losing my Runesmith.
Hang on, no, these guys have come out to me, so I got a battle option now. Let's have a look.
Oh,
it's not looking very much in my favour, and that seems to be primarily because of their archers and the fact that they've got a wolf chariot.
Oh dear. And yeah, you might want to... Might be the pair of us running away from fights to begin with.
Possibly.
Biting off a little more
2 squads
than
of
we can
boys, 4 squads of gobbos, 4 squads of archers, and the wolf chariot.
That sounds pretty nasty.
And I've got 2 squads of boys, so I match their boys. I've got 3 squads of gobbos, so I'm 1 less gobbo squad. Then I've got Orc Araboys and Goblin Archers, and then 2 squads of Wolf Riders versus their 4 Gobbo Archers and the Wolf Chariot.
Interesting. Well, I'm not...
Now, the Wolf Chariot outranges...
I'm not sure.
Almost all of our stuff except for the
Araboys. The
Araboys.
have got decent range.
The Araboys outrange all of theirs, but my Wolf Riders have got shorter range than all of theirs. So that's worth taking a look at.
Probably worth running from that.
Yeah, I've only got a level 1 dude as well. I think we're going to back out of this for the time being.
See if you can. They might chase, but no, they're not going to chase into your territory.
They just want me to get back out of their territory, so I stop raiding them.
Get yourself a bit more
recruitment. Oh, I got a mission.
Ooh, interesting.
Be at war with the Teeth Snatchers, and I get a leadership benefit for 8 turns of plus 16 versus Greenskins.
Wow.
And I get 500 for the treasury.
That's really quite good. The leadership bonus will help your goblins massively.
Yeah, I know. I've got 8 turns to declare war with the Teeth Snatchers. I am currently got a non-aggression pact, and our relationship is improving.
So you'd rather not necessarily be... Well, what sort of land do they hold?
I have to see what they've got. They're down Western Badlands area. They've got 3 settlements, but they're not very strong as far as the strength rank.
Okay, and they've got bigger fish to more problems. They're fighting with the bloody hand and stuff, so they've got more issues than you. So yeah, that might be a good mission to try and complete. Get some bonuses next time you fight.
Yeah, indeed. This is global recruitment, but down to 1 turns now. So I guess what I really want to do is bulk this army out. And
get some melee cavalry.
Melee cavalry seems to be a good way to go.
Deal with any range.
Do I have any buildings I can upgrade? No, so I can spend it all on this. That's all done in 1 turn.
Very nice.
And maybe another Araboys, maybe another Goblin Archers. I know they're not as good as the Araboys.
Araboys are expensive, is the only
Araboys
thing.
are real expensive. Yeah, by the way, I can now confirm it's definitely more expensive. Like by almost double by the looks of things.
Oh wow, okay.
So
yeah, maybe get some standard goblins, or how many troops have you got as your actual front line?
Front line is a little weak, actually.
Maybe another stack of orcs, just standard orcs.
I've got 2 orc boys, so that's not too bad.
No,
I could do with another stack of spearmen, which is also going to take 1 turn. So that kind of fits.
Do it.
Actually, hang on. The boys are done in 1 turn, and I can afford them as well.
Okay, that sounds good.
get the bulk, and these guys can drop out of march.
Go finish taking your province.
Finish taking the province.
Very nice.
Yes, I'm going to declare
It's a shame
war.
that they aren't the teeth snatchers, though. That would have been a nice little touch.
Yeah, if it were tea snatchers, it would have all been perfect, but unfortunately not.
Oh, I suppose
come and join me?
I can join war against... I'm already at war with them, but never mind.
Okay, so you can join...
I can join you,
You can join
in that
me
war.
joining war against the war. Yeah, and I don't think we need to actually fight this one. Looks a bit on the one-sided.
Ooh, a little one-sided.
Especially as you've got the Doom Diver.
Yeah, the Doom Dub is great, man.
And
love
I
those
lost
things.
like a few of the front line, and my Lord got like
A little bit of
poked
damage.
a little bit.
Yeah, 96.
And I got a Helm of Discord.
Ooh,
What
nice.
does the Helm of Discord do?
Big debuffs to the enemy.
Oh yeah, it gives me a big debuff basically. That's cool. I'm down with that. And then we are going to occupy. Oh, it gives me armor +2 as well. That's
Oh,
quite
nice.
nice. Ooh, I double clicked there and I did not intend to. I suspect the second one was just telling me that I'd occupied Carreg Dron.
Yeah, it was donating all of your monies to me.
Was it now? Okay, so our territory is connected up here now, so that's
Yes.
nice. That border is
Yeah,
kind of
That is
safe area for all
odd
intents and
border.
purposes.
The way it's lined through there.
Yep, but
But
anyway, apparently you
it's-
control right down into this valley or something.
I do indeed.
And I got that army recruiting, so I don't really want to move it. That's ready to go back into that same territory again, except this time I'll be like, nope. Let's fight it out, bro.
Nice. So even though in sort of game in lore terms we're mortal enemies, because we're allied in this game, we've actually got a really strong position in the mountains here. Like if shit hit the fan, we're forced to fall back. We've got some really strong defensive positions we've got here.
I'm going to go Camp Ruckus as my commandment, get them some obedience and some growth.
That's probably a good
Because
idea.
this whole area's got conquest negative at the moment.
Yeah, that's only
and-
one turn, thankfully.
Yeah, and then
but,
provincial instability for a little while.
yeah.
But yeah, either way, I don't think it'll hurt to get my
Oh no, definitely
general
not.
obedience
That's definitely a
up
good
nice
plan.
and high. And then this fella, with his Helm of Discord, has got to level up. What are we going to give him? So far, he's just Blade Master. Do we make him stronger? We give him more hit points? Hit points is always good. Weapon damage is always good. In the end, we just want to go up this tree, so it's not particularly a big deal. I don't know whether weapon strength +6% or melee attack +4 is better. One's hit and one's damage, but I can never remember which way round they are. Oh well, I'll go hit points. Make my orc nice and hard. And I think this is me.
Okay, let's have a look. What we got? What have we got over here? Bit more monies. I can do some more buildings, some more
Probably do
upgrading.
with
Oh,
beefing up that army, unless you're still got a bit of an income problem. That army that just had to run away.
yes, that's a good point, isn't it? That does need to be a bit stronger if it wants to branch out and do
You want to
anything.
branch out, or even like not just end up stuck in Karaz Akarak every time because you can't like stop them from making you run
Yeah,
away.
indeed. Well, I could spend 1,300 upgrading my... No, that's only 100 extra credits. Credits. Gold, whatever we want to call it.
We're playing all sorts of games today. At some point you're going to play Warhammer.
I've still got sodding... Oh no, I haven't got public order issues anymore. They love me again because
No,
my
no.
commandment. That was
Now
it.
you've got the commandment changed. It's all
So
positive.
I don't need to build a bar yet. I will build a bar because they're dwarves, and I feel bad not building one. So yeah, I've got a choice here. I can either build myself a siege workshop and start that, but I've only got enough money for, the siege workshop. Or I can build my army. It's basically the two choices. I could upgrade my dwarf outpost, and I've still got enough maybe for a couple of squads. How much are my squads? They're expensive. No, I'm just gonna put a couple more squads in there to begin with, and then see if I've got enough to build anything else.
Mm-hmm.
No, not anything of worth. So I'm going to in fact put all my money into beefing that army up for now.
Well, do remember though that by beefing the army up, you increase your upkeep. So
Yeah, that's a good point.
like,
Let's
at
go
this
take.
point, you might just want to garrison it and do some buildings.
Let's go
perhaps.
and move up.
And then go and take Mount Gone bad.
Yeah, because I'm moving up top. Let's put that back in the garrison. I wanted to take the runesmith out, but you're right. I need to sort my base out. So I'm going to upgrade Pillars of Grungy to a level 2 settlement. And yeah, leave it at that and just save what little money I've got. Yes, that looks good. See if any diplomacy needs to be done. Poor Barak Vara getting beaten up. Who else do I want to be friends with? No one really. None of these people. I don't like any of them. The Empire? No, they don't want to do anything with me. No, I want all these people's lands, so I don't really want to be friends with them. Otherwise, I'll just stop being friends. Yeah.
Exactly. These damn orcs. Like, fightiness. Battle 1 is worth +2. Casualties is -3.
Good. Good, that's what I like to hear.
A few bits and bobs have finished. These guys have done a bit of recruiting. These guys are regened and could maybe recruit a bit further as well, perhaps. But let's have a look at buildings. Yeah, we got buildings I can build. Nice. Pile of shiny stuff. That's probably the one I'll go for straight up, to be honest.
You reckon? Yeah, get a bit of money in.
200 income.
Yeah, sounds good.
This is casualty replenishment and growth is the other option. So I think, yeah, let's start off by getting the pile of shiny stuff done. This army can go to march and start moving down. Get them back to where they're useful. Because again, they'll just get, yeah, they are quarrelsome. No, they're unruly at the moment. I don't know what this means. Was it unruly? With no one to fight, the boys will fight each other and begin to suffer attrition. Next turn, I'm going to start suffering attrition on that army simply
It's not ideal, is it? Yeah.
Which is not really what you're looking for, which means this army again needs to move out and get raiding. So let's get them just inside enemy territory and get them on raiding camp. Nice, and then I can't afford to do anything more because I built the shiny stuffs. Nice, armies moved. Check a bit of diplomacy. Scabby Eye, how are you guys doing? Do you want to become my vassal yet? No. You should, you know, it'd be great. I am improving with them still, not quite as quick. They don't like my treaties with the Teeth Snatchers. Interesting. Well, that's good to know.
They're at war with the Teeth Snatchers.
Yeah, but it means that I can get them more on side by completing that mission I've got.
Yes, yeah. That's a good plan. We'll do it then.
Crooked Moon is improving. These guys are just deteriorating.
You want to do it just before you have a battle, really, so that you've got the leadership for that battle.
Yeah, indeed. So we'll hold on for that for the moment. I'm not about to fight anyone, I don't think.
Hopefully.
Yeah, the army's gone from Valeria's Sorrow.
Oh, nice.
So
how much are you earning from that raid?
200.
Oh,
200, and more importantly, raiding camp increases their fightiness.
Oh, yes, +3 fightiness.
So that's
+5
really
leadership
valuable.
and melee defense as well. So it's basically like raiding and the encampment joined into one.
Yeah, indeed. The only thing is, it looks like at times you're going to end up having to do it in your own territory.
Possibly, just to keep your fighting.
Disables your income from everything in that territory, just to stop them from suffering attrition. So,
possibly, yeah.
I suspect that's what's going to happen.
You'll have to see how it plays out later
with
on.
Everybody.
But it also might be that when you start getting sort of rebellions from your towns, and they sort of start spawning rebel armies, you can use those armies to build up the fightiness in your home armies, and actually exploit the fact that your public order is always going to be an issue in your towns because you're orcs and you're stroppy.
True. And what's not worth noting, actually, the Teeth Snatchers have also got an army just up here, ready for a fight that's currently
Decent sized army.
Sieging Barag Dozbag by those things.
Decent sized army.
Are they sieging? No, they're raiding camping. So they're just raiding but happen to be right on top of it. So that's a good fight to go have if we fancy some,
it could be a nice
some extra fightiness. But I think for this turn, everything is looking vaguely under control-ish. So, yeah. Oh, hang on. Lord's army has low fightiness. Yeah.
We already know that.
Why are you telling me this? Like I can do something about it. I suppose I could technically change.
You could have started raiding now.
Raided my own territory now, but I'll just go into their territory.
Suffer a bit of attrition is better than that for now.
Yep. Well, I don't think they won't this turn. They just will next turn, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, done. So what you got?
Well, I have a fight to have up the north. I have a little bit of money that I saved. Well, I didn't save that much money. But I also had a revelation.
A revelation.
I had a revelation. Now, your main town, looking at the building browser, of any province, can build up to level 5.
Uh-huh.
Yeah? Your starter barracks, if you like,
Yeah,
can build up to level 3. So what I'm thinking is if we destroy the starter barracks out of our main town and put them into one of the side towns, we can still fully upgrade the barracks, but it frees up a level up to level 5 slot in the main town.
Slot.
So, yeah, I think I'm going to do that
main town.
with this turn, as long as I'm not doing anything that will prohibit me doing that. No, I'm not. Like recruiting from that barracks, for example. Move it over to one of the side towns. That'll earn me a little bit of short-term money, and yeah, that's cool. That'll free me up a slot. All right, let's go and take Mount Gumbad.
Have you got space in the side town?
Yeah, I've got a single slot in Mount Squighorn to build it. I didn't build anything in there last time because
I can't see whether or not you've got 3 slots. I suppose I can see it's level 2 outposts, and therefore it will.
It will have.
It'll have 2 slots available. Anyway, right.
Point.
Yeah,
get Mount Gumbad. So this fight. See what it's.
This is not going to be a.
It's close. Fight, well, it's a siege, so it's closer than you'd think. It might be. It's we're looking 55-60% chance to win.
Okay. I bet you it goes dramatically different if we were to
maybe
actually join the battle, you know, and the thing will just jump and be like, yeah.
It could be, yeah. Once the troops are all in, I'm tempted to fight it, but just because I don't want to. This is my main army. I don't want to lose any of these troops to an auto battle. Do I want to fight it in 1 or 2 turns? Do we want any siege towers, do you think? Is it worth getting siege towers? It might be.
They don't expose anybody, and they make getting up quicker, so I think a siege tower is not bad. It gets 1 unit up onto the walls pretty much.
Yeah,
safe.
I'll build 2 siege towers, and that'll take 2 turns. So I'll leave them sieging that town, because we have just killed their army, so we know they're not going to be sending an army around to reinforce it. Looks like Grom Peak, their other town, is on fire in some way, so possibly being sieged by
someone else that we can't see.
Someone else that we can't see yet. So yeah, they've got problems.
Yeah, I hadn't realised that Gumbad was actually the capital. That explains why it's a bit.
It's quite bolstered,
harder to take. Yeah,
indeed. Right, I think we're done. I haven't made any. My diplomacy is no better than it was. I don't think everyone still dislikes me, apart from Barak Var, which are slowly dying. I've got quite a nice army, but they're slowly dying. Right.
Oh, yeah, they're slowly getting beaten up, aren't they?
Yeah. I feel they're probably on their last legs now. Might be a good time to confederate with them, but
hang on.
Oh dear, they're starting to bring heroes out. That's scary. We start losing our
army
commanders.
Valerius Sorrow, and that doesn't bother me in the slightest, because I'm just going to sit there and continue raiding with that army. He can come out to me if he wants to stop me.
Sounds good. You both got...
Who owns this territory? This is still owned by the Scabby Eye, who I'm trying to get friendly with, so I guess...
You attack the army.
Bash the mobs' heads together in order to restore some fightiness to the army. This will cause some casualties.
Can you not get and fight the army that's there, raiding?
Only in march stance.
You won't be able to engage with them in march stance, that's the only problem. You can't start a fight in march stance.
Yeah, so
I guess move them towards that area and then bash some heads together. I don't know.
That seems to be about the only option.
I think so for now. It might scare off that army there, but we'll have to see. It's quite a strong army they've got, so...
I can recruit some stuff for this army in 1 turn as well, so I'm going to, just to kind of almost refill the ranks, just in case something goes nastily wrong and I end up in a fight I didn't want to be in. How much money have we got? We've got enough for a few units, so let's go for... We've got the Black Orks with this group, so I feel like their front line could do with a bit more fodder to it. We've got some... And then we're lacking range, so... Goblin or... Can't afford 2 of either, so it might as well be Arrow Boys.
Do it.
Let's get some Arrow boys in there too, and they'll be ready next turn.
Nice.
These guys are starting to suffer attrition losses, so I might as well quell animosity. I don't know which is worse. I don't know how many turns of attrition you need to start thinking about
I have no
quelling
idea.
animosity.
I
I assume
you're gonna have a fight next turn, so I don't know if you need to.
Yeah,
worry
I
about
don't
it.
think I should.
You're
Because
gonna have
I
a
assume
decent
it's going to
fight.
take a few turns for that to be worth using.
Might be.
Like,
At
you need to be stuck like that for
Yeah.
a few turns in order. That's what makes sense to me, just from a gameplay perspective.
As long as you don't, you're not going to lose. As long as you don't lose the fight you're going to have, which will obviously drop your fightiness a bit more, you should be fine. Oh, I've just found just a bit an ambient pair of wolves on the campaign map, drinking from a river, like a mother and pup.
There's a possibility I lose the fight, but I don't think so.
You're going to have the
one
teeth
with-
snatchers to help you.
Yeah,
They're gonna be
and this is the
garrison.
one with the Black Orks and
Yeah.
my Doom Diver and the Orc Ball Boys.
Yeah, you're
So
hard. You're strong.
that is the army with the hard units in it, the advanced units. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
reckon
sure.
that's fine.
I'm sure you'll be all right with
This
that.
army's gaining fightiness because it's raiding someone, so that's great. So I think that's about it. Although I suspect that this guy is going to send his army on me this turn to try and
could
chase
do.
me off again.
Hopefully,
And
have
this
a nice
time
fight.
I'm going to fight it. But let's hope. We'll see.
Yeah, get
Oh,
some
and my
fightiness
pile of
up for
shiny
that.
stuff's done, which is good because that means the next turn's plus 800, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm
Public order is still negative, but that's provincial instability primarily by the looks of things, which I assume goes away. What have we got it on? We've got it on growth and obedience, so I can't improve that. The only thing I could potentially do is turn off extort income, which would help it improve, but whatever.
cost
for
you
the
a
time
bit of
being.
money.
That's going to cost me
Yeah.
844, so actually that would actually put me into the negative
Yeah,
of the
you
current stats.
probably
so
don't want to do
don't
that.
think that's a good idea either. So done.
Okay.
Yes, an army has low fightiness, I'm aware.
Okay, what are we doing now? So, let's upgrade that barracks that I destroyed last turn. Get that back up.
Now your public order's going up nicely, so you're sort of...
Yeah, I put now I've got that army back being garrisoned. It's helping a bit. And what I'm actually going to do is send my hero out and see if I can start helping you out with my hero on his own. So he's going to run out and potentially do some assassinating and weakening of armies. Because at the while that army's sat in
there's no
Karaz,
point.
there's
Yeah,
no
indeed.
point in him doing anything. I can deploy him to reduce chaos and vampiric corruption. Is there any vampiric corruption?
I don't think so.
I don't think there is. No, we don't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to sit him there. I think the siege is just going to continue for a turn while I wait for the siege towers to build. Yeah. It's a close fight though. I'm a little bit... I hope nothing else comes along to join that fight because it's a lot closer than I'd like. Oh, I have a technology to build. To research, I guess. I'm going to go for the unit experience for Cholera's and Thunderers, definitely.
So they come out high level.
They come out
already.
+2, which is nice. And then I'm going to work on ammunition. I like the ranged units and artillery. I think that's quite a big part of the Dwarf army, so I'm going to go for that to begin with. Although there are some really nice other...
Well, it's got to be a big part of the Dwarf army, simply because you don't move fast enough. You need that sort of benefit of something that's got the range to it instead.
Yeah, you've got no cavalry or anything like that, so you need to be able to deal with it. Wow, some of the other civic style research tree things are quite strong as well. You know, +10 growth is one of them, all provinces. So yeah, I'm going to have some decisions later on as to where I go with that, because it's such a vast tree. But I think I'm done with this turn. I can't think of anything else to do.
Cool. Let's hope we have a fight, because we're heading towards the end of the episode and nothing... It's just been turn after turn so far.
Turn after turn of no fighting.
Not actually been a fight. I mean, it's easier to edit. Don't get me wrong. But, although it does look like if the teeth snatchers choose to
Oh,
go
son
away...
of a... I just sent my hero out there and they've literally just gone
hang
and
on.
killed it.
Hang on. And this is a pretty even fight. As expected, they sent their army out against the one that was raiding them. Cool.
Yeah, they killed my hero, man.
So, we asked for a fight. This is going to be a fight, because this is pretty 50-50.
Nice.
And I reckon it's 50-50 enough that actually we should win this. We got cavalry advantage big style. they've just got a bit more of
Yeah.
a line. They got a tiny bit more of a line.
They've just got more gobbos. They've just got more
Actually, no,
they've just got
their
loads of
line is
gobbos.
weaker than ours.
Yeah, they've just got loads of gobbos.
And the gobbos will break.
This shouldn't be
pretty
too
easy.
bad.
We've got a fair
I mean,
few
it
orcs.
looks... I don't know why it looks so poor from your
No,
point of view.
to me, I would say that we have a
You have the
relative
edge
advantage.
there.
Maybe it's just that chariot.
I don't know. It could be. The chariot could be pretty strong.
I mean, I think the chariot's probably best trying to use the Lord to deal with it, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Although its range is quite poor,
use
so
the
the arrow
cavalry.
boys.
Yeah, they're ranged. It's a ranged chariot, so you can use
Actually,
your
good point. I've
cavalry.
got two packs of Gobbo Wolf Riders, haven't I?
Yeah.
And they're quick.
Gobbo Wolf Riders and the Gobbo Wolf Rider Archers as well.
Yeah, and they're quick. I wouldn't want to use the archers against it because they're anti-infantry. I think they just sit in a fight, like a ranged fight, and the chariots may well win.
Oh yeah.
Whereas getting them into melee, I think that should be a good plan. I'm gonna have to have a look at the chariot stats.
Yeah,
but
I
that
don't
seems
know
to
how-
make sense to me.
I don't know who wins that.
I have no
how
idea,
good
but I
chariots
don't know how
are,
good
I mean.
chariots are.
I can
have
only
no
assume they're not
experience.
very good because they are ranged chariots technically. But
Okay, so how do we
see.
want to split this up? We've also got Vanguard deployment on all of the Wolf Riders.
oh, very nice.
So maybe that's what I give to you, and you
Oh, the
run
Wolf.
the Wolf
Yeah,
Riders.
I can deal with their chariot and their ranged units. And if you
That seems
form
like a plan.
the
All right, so you run the Wolf Riders.
Form the line.
I'll run the line, which has very little ranged. Is the only thing about it. Spread them gobbos out. Get them orcs behind. Yeah, the boys. That looks kind of all right. Get a tiny bit over.
cool. Right, where should we put these guys?
Get our shaman in. What abilities he got? Sneaky stabbing, which is an augment that affects allies in target area, plus 34 melee attack, plus 18% on piercing damage. That's gonna be nice. And then we got our arrow boys and our archers. That looks good to me.
Not really sure where to put these guys. There's nowhere really too advantageous.
And there's not that much cover out there, it seems.
I mean, I could put them all the way back here if I wanted, but right in the corner.
Not that much cover, so that's
If they
always
were to
a-
turn on me straight away. I mean, I could put them in this corner, and then if they turn, I'll just run off.
Makes sense, makes sense. And I'm going to aim to just come up this little rise that's in front of me here and use that as my thing, because they look like they're starting from a pretty bad location. Now, we may end up having to run into them, because did they have a catapult? No, they didn't. They had the chariot. It was the other army
just
that
had
had
a
the
chariot,
catapult.
yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'm ready then. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Do this.
See what they do if they try and run at me straight away. I'm going to straight away start.
Oh, they are advancing.
They're advancing on
immediately.
you, which is excellent. I can start
That's
moving
what we wanted. So
the
I'm gonna
cavalry up behind them.
get my guys up onto the hill.
See what they've got.
What are
Their
lines
cavalry's
looking
on
like?
the right-hand side.
There's the chariots on the right. Yeah,
Oh, they've got awful melee attack and defense.
good.
The chariot
That's what we wanted.
10-10 for their attack and defense.
So they got archers in the front lines at the moment. Let's get our archers to line up at the front and then be ready to skirmish back. Yeah, you're going to need to be fairly decisive with those things simply because of the numbers up against
Of the
them.
numbers you're up against, yeah. I mean, I'm way in position. I mean, they're almost ignoring the fact that I'm running up behind them.
I moved a couple of my packs of my boys to the flanks already. This pack, I think, I'll keep as a wraparound option. Get the front lot on a pack of the gobbos. See if we can make them break quickly.
I'm moving in. I'll send the my goblin, my wolf rider archers on their archers, and then the melee ones on their chariots and archers.
Yep. Arrow guy's actually doing good work so far. Keep on that pack of archers.
Yeah, both their packs of archers are now unable to fight. But their chariot got away. I can't get to their chariot very easily. Oh, I might have them.
Nice.
It's quite hard to catch the chariot.
The skirmishers are running back. Yeah, I can imagine it is. We've got goblin archers there. Let's move some of our packs forward now. Gobbo's engaged. This pack of boys, I want to go round and engage them.
I'm trying to disengage one of my squads of cavalry because they're getting caught up with some spearmen. So I'm just going to reposition them. Might lose a couple of them on the way. Yeah, they're broken nicely.
Alright, let's get this running on one of the squads, maybe on the Gobbos.
I'm just chasing their sodding chariots around with one of my packs. I feel like that's almost a waste of time at the moment. I'm going to bring them back in to help with the fight. There's no point in them chasing that thing and doing
Boys
nothing.
on boys action. Let's get the Lord in.
Yeah,
Taking that
we're doing
archers
well on the
down,
outskirts.
nice.
You can bring that sword squad of Orc boys back out again from chasing those ranged. There's no need for those guys to be chasing anymore. Oh, whoops. Drawing shit all over the map. But yeah, there's some Orc boys there that can be brought out.
Where are the boys?
On archers in the sort of back of the field.
Oh yeah, so they are. They don't need to be there in the
Yeah,
slightest.
yeah, I'm chasing those guys down. I'll make sure they don't come back in the fight. Looks like we're doing
Where's
pretty
their
good.
Lord? Back
Their
here.
lord's, yeah, right back somewhere. Where is he? Oh, he's
keep
right in the
getting
middle
that
of the main ruck, yeah.
Buff out. Archers have done a good job of looping round behind. These Gobbos never moved. Skirmish mode. Turn skirmish mode off if you actually want them to do what you're asking them to do.
I find that can be quite annoying sometimes, yeah.
To be honest, this is probably not necessary. You guys just keep firing. These goblins look like they're soon to break. What's the augment off? Get on Gorfang Rockgut.
Yeah, I'm bringing him in, bringing in the cavalry.
Nice, and these guys with that buff up, apparently that really boosts their morale in general as well, having
nice.
that buff running.
Coming in with the other squad of cavalry onto old,
Yeah.
what's his face. Make sure we catch him properly. Can't get away.
Back off those. You finish off the boys, leave the gobbos to run. You goblins should go down and help that fight with the wolf chariots, because that's not looking
Yeah,
great.
I can't catch the wolf chariots. None
Actually,
of
I
my
can
stuff
get
is
some-
fast enough.
I can get some archers on those.
I was ignoring them until we won the fight in every other aspect because they don't really do anything. They're a bit annoying and they'll do stuff, you know, over a long period.
Yeah,
They'll
I know. I've
eventually
got
chip
my.
you
They're
away,
in
but-
range of my archers at the moment, so
Yeah, my archers were way too
all of
short
my
range
archers
to
are going to
deal
go
with
and
those guys.
give them a pounding. Oh, nice bit of victory. I think we just took down their lord. That buff? No, we didn't. The lord is still there, guys. On the lord.
He's got 1,300 hit points left.
Whoops, I didn't mean to.
How's your lord doing? He's not going to die inadvertently there, is he?
No, he's not. He's on good health.
Oh, right, cool. Because
And
he
his
is
lord
a spellcaster,
Yeah, I
so
know.
he will take some damage.
His lord's doing alright. I think it's because he's got that aura area effect thing that means that everyone's armor piercing and like doing extra melee attack damage.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I know what you mean.
it's like not even just him that's doing loads. It's
Yeah.
actually everybody with him as well.
Quite a nice little fight going on, I see.
Yeah, this guy's health is dropping fast because like even the little units can do good damage.
Poor guy.
I think they are just completely routed. Everything is sorted other than the killing of this guy for the experience.
Yep, and to make sure he dies.
And yeah, and to make sure he gets down. Good point.
Make sure he's got to recover.
We can recast this again.
Nice.
And
Another
everyone
booster,
starts doing more damage all of a sudden.
Nice.
Yeah. Just,
Oh.
just goodbye.
Oh, nice. I just saw
Sweet,
one,
I think
one of
that
the dudes
should
did a
be-
leaping attack to take him down.
I think that should be it, really. The rest are just going to flee, so... And we're not going to catch them.
Yeah,
Nice. GG.
that was indeed GG.
And looking at the time, also, probably a pretty good point to end the episode as well.
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's just have a look at the losses. Who did all the work? You did some good work with the
Oh, yeah,
Wolf
those-
Riders. even
and
not
you
even
had
the Arrow
a single
boys, the Wolf
single
Riders.
pack of your Orc boys did really well as well.
Yeah, they were the ones that got in against the Gobos, I suspect.
Yeah, I think that's it. They just cut them to
pretty
pieces.
wrecked. I've got a banner.
Nice. What's it do?
Magic resistance 25%.
Oh wow, that's really nice.
Who could do with that, I wonder? Maybe we just beef up one of the boys' packs.
I would, yeah. Start beefing those guys up a bit.
Yeah,
They're the ones that, you know, are going to take the AoE damage, I can imagine, from any spells or anything like that.
Yeah, we're not taking fighting as -6 at this point. Thank you very much.
No?
Let's
Aw.
have units replenished by 10% because we took some pretty heavy casualties. Eat captives. Oh, these scraggy gits look tasty. Eat them up and replenish the boys with full stomachs. That's 10% casualties. Nice.
Sweet, sweet.
Oh dear.
Good fight, man. Good fight. That guy's probably leveled as well.
So yeah, before we even do
That's
anything with my turn,
Good point, yeah.
it's a good opportunity. There's a whole bunch of stuff happened. Look at those world events. Whole bunch of stuff happened. It's going to tell me about it before I can save. Yep, magic resistance assigned. Winds of magic have changed. These guys have run away with the tails between their legs, and I'm probably just going to go and stomp them. This guy's got to level up. These guys are about to go and stomp on someone else who hasn't run away, although that fight's looking a lot less secure. Buildings to upgrade, and what's going down with you?
I've got buildings being upgraded. I lost a hero during that turn. The hero I sent out got assassinated.
Oh, he actually got assassinated.
He got full on assassinated, so I'm going to have to wait for him to respawn after 4 or 5 turns, I think. And I'll be taking Mount Gumbad at the start of the next episode.
Sounds good. In which case, well, thanks for coming, D-Man. And thanks a lot for watching, guys. Of course, if you like this, then please hit like, please hit subscribe. Really helps me in the channel out. And if you didn't like it, then you know the dislike button is. But please also go down to the comments, hit me up with some suggestions as to how we could improve. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we'll catch you next time.